Okay, I'm going to show you the drop stance switch. Drop stance switch is very simple. You go from drop stance on one leg to the other leg and you keep your hips low in the middle, okay? So first off with your drop stance, understand the idea of the frame. This means the midsection. The frame is from the crown of the head, covers the hips and the shoulders. Now we want to keep the frame intact and tall, which means we don't want to be rounding, flexing, twisting. We want the work for this drop stance to be coming from the lower body. So take a stance which is wide enough to allow you to squat down on one leg. You can turn your toes out slightly, but the aim for drop stance is going to be to keep the feet pretty much flat, okay? So I hold my frame, reach forward, squatting down to one side. You'll notice as I squat, my body turns in slightly towards my straight leg. I'm not completely straight. Turning in slightly, keeping this knee pointing roughly upwards. Some people will turn in more, some people will turn up more, depending on your hips. But the knee will turn up while the foot rolls out to stay flat. Okay, so this is my low position, nice and tall, ready to move dynamically, not sagging deep like this. Once I'm down on this side, heel is on the ground. I shift across, staying low, driving my knees out, nice and tall, to the other side. Again, trying to keep the foot flat, trying to stay tall, not letting my knee cave, not dumping, nice and low, but also active. Wide knees, transition across. Wide knees, transition across. Okay, so a great conditioning movement, great for developing hip mobility. Make sure you're working with your hip anatomy, so nothing should be pinching, nothing should be crunching. Move your hips in a way which feels comfortable, active, and buoyant. So you want to be using your adductors, using your inner thighs. Nothing should be lazy in this movement. Be ready to move dynamically.